10회 수능 영어 독해 미니 모의고사
Number 1. The downsizing of the Illinois Bell Telephone (IBT) company in 1981 involved letting go of almost half of its 26,000 employees in just 1 year. Psychologist Salvatore R. Maddy, Ph.D., and his colleagues studied the IBT employees that made it through this highly stressful situation until 1987. They found that the reaction of 2/3 of the employees was not overly surprising. Due to the hardships and unstable circumstances of their work environment, their job performance and health suffered greatly. The other 1/3, however, had the completely opposite reaction. They thrived. Their hardiness allowed them to stay healthy, happy, and enthusiastic. In fact, they were motivated to make this difficult situation into something positive. They became committed to overcoming these times by actively engaging in their work and believing that they had the power to learn from this experience and to excel.
Number 2. According to American philosopher Harry Frankfurt, both humans and animals experience something called first-order desires. These are simply things that we want to have or things that we want to do. When people and animals are feeling tired, for example, they want to sleep. This is a first-order desire. However, there is also another kind of desire. Humans experience them, but animals do not. Frankfurt calls these feelings second-order desires. They are essentially desires about other desires. Imagine you are sitting on your sofa and watching a soccer game on TV. You are tired, so you desire sleep. However, the game you are watching is exciting, and you want to see the end. So you also have a desire not to desire sleep. Frankfurt believes this kind of second-order desire is too complex for animals to experience. Therefore, it is one of the things that separates humans from animals.
Number 3. The unconscious mind is home to all of our various emotions and memories that we do not know exist. If there are experiences from our lives that the mind wants to repress, the unconscious mind is where it locks them away. As mysterious as that sounds, the psychiatrist Carl Jung suggested an even stranger aspect of the unconscious mind called the collective unconscious. Rather than forming due to our own lived experiences, this collective unconscious is inherited from previous generations and is present from the very beginning of life. In this way, it is acquired in a way that is not all that different from inheriting your mother's eyes or your father's nose. According to Jung, the collective unconscious contains certain fundamental beliefs and instincts that all humans share. If this theory is true, then it means that nobody is ever completely alone in the world, and that the human race is truly a unified whole.
Number 4. It is common for people of different regions to trade with each other because each region has its own particular advantages in the production of different goods. Even isolated native tribes have been known to exchange commodities. Unlike some tribes in Australia, the Yurrurrunt possessed and used stone axes, which were highly valued in their community. The nearest mines where stones suitable for making the axes could be found were far inland. The mines sat nearly 600 kilometers south of the Yurrurrunt's coastal village. Additionally, between the Yurrurrunt and these mines lived many other tribes. The Yurrurrunt obtained their axes by trading spears tipped with stingray barbs. They couldn't trade directly with the distant tribes who made the axes, nor were they the only northern tribe making barb-tipped spears. The trade proceeded like a chain, with the axes going from south to north and the spears from north to south.
Number 5. The majority of the world's large river systems have been significantly modified by humans through the construction of dams. The damming of rivers has affected upstream areas to such an extent that the total amount of reservoir storage can even exceed annual flows. Dams play constructive roles in the improvement of many people's lives, but they can have destructive consequences as well. For example, accumulated silt has reduced the fertility of floodplains, and evaporation from reservoirs has led to significant losses of water. Yet another problem with dams is that they often create successive misfortunes. For instance, the negative effects of damming a river often take place downstream, where people can be deprived of ecosystem services such as soil fertilization and the provision of drinking water by the suddenly unstable flow of the river. This is problematic enough when a river only flows through one country, but when a river moves through several countries, dam construction can even lead to open conflict.